I just watched the trailer for the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Resident Evil Requiem, and I gotta say, guys, it's not that bad. We all knew there was gonna be some downgrades between versions of the game, so it's no great surprise that the Nintendo Switch 2 version is running at a level comparable to PS4. But looking at this version, it looks fine. If I weren't doing direct comparisons, I wouldn't know any better. Here's the Nintendo Switch 2 version, and here's the PC version. I gotta be honest, guys, I kinda like the disheveled look of Alyssa Ashcroft in the Nintendo Switch 2 version here. But then you get to stuff like this, and there's barely any difference between these two. There's a little bit of softening on the Nintendo Switch 2 version up here, but these are pretty much the same. And then when we get to the environments, it's almost exactly the same. There's maybe a little less detail in this one, but I had to look hard for a good minute to see it. I think the law of diminishing returns is taking effect here, and with the more powerful hardware of the Nintendo Switch 2, we're not seeing much of a difference anymore. I think we gotta face facts here that the Nintendo Switch 2 is one of the fastest selling consoles ever. It had 6.5 million units sold back in June, and now that it's September, I gotta believe that's even more. And by the time this game comes out in February, who knows where the number will be. I know that this is going to be the way that a lot of people are going to experience the game. There's going to be a lot of casuals who only really game on their Nintendo Switch 2, and then they're going to see this and say, hey, a horror game, and they're going to pick it up. So I wouldn't be shocked to see the Nintendo Switch 2 version account for a quarter of all copies of Resident Evil Requiem sold. Combine this with the sales of the PS4 version, it's probably going to account for a third, maybe half. And it certainly doesn't hurt that it's not going to be another goddamn cloud game. The worst thing I saw about the Nintendo Switch 2's graphics in this trailer was Grace Ashcroft's hair. Just looking at these pictures, I can tell it's a little stiff and blocky looking, and when you look at it in motion in the trailer, it's even more obvious. If you notice throughout these stills, it doesn't really change shape, so yeah, a little rough. I don't know if that's going to change before release, but kinda hope it does.